extraordinary confrontation between Taylor and Wright. What a wonderful game that turned out to be. But Michael van Gerwen, well, last night he averaged 112.2 against Stephen Bunting. Fabulous form. And he has the advantage in career record 12-4 against Michael Smith. But Smith has beaten him in a couple of European Tour finals in Germany. Internet streamed events. But in the one full TV meeting, that was in the Grand Slam semi-finals back in November, Michael van Gerwen won by 16-6. So van Gerwen, understandably, the bookies have him the 7-1 on favourite. But Michael Smith can play. He's the PDC Young Player of the Year, ranked 8 in the world now, got to the last 4 of the Grand Slam, as I told you, quarter-finals of the World Championships. He's in the Premier League for the first time. Yet to win a major event, but you kind of sense that it's going to happen at some stage. Only 25 years old.
57.
Well, it's strange when you think that these two players played on the youth tour 4 or 5 years ago. They met each other with Michael Smith winning 3-0, had a 9-darter and 132 average. And look where they are now.
Yeah, no, if he gets 132 average here, it's going to take some beating, isn't it? But stages yesterday, van Gerwen was just sublime. I remember Chris came out with the line, you know you're playing well when you get 134 and your average goes down.
Yeah, that's good to see. Yeah, the strange thing with Michael is when he's hitting leg after leg like that, some of the legs you're only going to get 12 and 9 darts at the board, and you just don't see yourself getting anywhere. Stephen's a quality player, as we all know, Stephen Bunting. He just couldn't get anywhere near him.
Michael Smith's mentor and sponsor, Gary Anderson, the world champion. He'll be watching on, I'm sure. Now 170 for van Gerwen. Bullseye, do it!
Well, almost an amazing start for van Gerwen, but this is just as good. He's got 2 darts at the treble 20. Is it both of them? So it's double 5. Oh, just on the wire again. Both players wire. A big finish.
Van Gerwen, double 8 now. And that's a leg against the throw. Great start to the match for van Gerwen. Gary Anderson, I'm sure, will have had words of advice for Michael Smith. And I would imagine he'll be sitting in the VIP area, hoping that the young man can produce. But Michael van Gerwen is looking as though he's picking up where he left off.
Well, both these players are big maximum hitters. Only one so far from van Gerwen. It's been close to the 9-darter, missed double 15 yesterday.
81.
It was victory in this tournament last year that kicked off his phenomenal year, isn't it? The UK Open, the Dubai Masters, and that's another maximum.
One apiece in this leg. Well, the bullets are flying. The bullets are flying, John.
Brilliant, brilliant darts. Can he return with another? He can!
Well, absolutely incredible darts from these two players.
Game shown, second leg.
Well, that'd be just a nice, cosy little 11-darter. Wonderful.
Well, earlier on today, we saw 3 maximums and a 174 in the Taylor and Peter Wright encounter, but to see 4 maximums back-to-back, incredible.
4 maximums in 2 legs of darts.
Well, all 4 of them were in 1.
Look at those averages.
122, 117. What did I say to you before about the 132 average?
Oh, hello. There we go. There's another one. This is spellbinding at the moment.
Well, I'm going to have to go up on the stage and check. I think they're throwing hedgehogs.
It is a normal-sized board, everybody. Fabulous cover shots.
Can it maintain this quality? Well, he's just thrown a Chris Mason dart there in the big 5.
Well, Smith needs to get into this match.
Require 87.
He's got 6 darts from here, though. That's not it's a loose one.
22.
Well, he's made a mess there. He went for the wrong shot, in my view, on the last dart. And he may have to take out the 65.
150.
Breathtaking.
Having one dart of the double.
So must take this now with Van Gerwen on 32.
There you go.
Double six.
53.
Now that's happened because he messed about with the shot before. He's only had one dart at the double. And that's what happens.
You get punished by the world number one, who makes it 3-0. He's flying.
Game on.
If you're thinking of doing anything else and you're watching this, just give it a moment. Stay with it. This is stunning.
40.
Well, I was just going to say at the start of the match, after that breathtaking encounter with Phil Taylor and Peter Wright to follow that, well, these two players have jumped straight in and followed it.
And cracked on to a fantastic level. Van Gerwen had that amazing year last year. 10 PDC Pro Tour events in addition to those others I was telling you about. Players' Championship final, World Series final as well, European Championship.
137.
Well, I think the crowd are trying to get the breath back after that scintillating second leg. Michael Smith's got to do it. He doesn't want to go in at the break. 5-0 down.
124, can he do it? And he can if he wants to. There it is! Wonderful, wonderful checkout.
Well,
4-0.
Michael Van Gerwen is absolutely on fire. He's following up his 112 average yesterday, currently averaging 120. Absolutely incredible. We're into the fifth leg and 120 average.
James Wade in one of the interviews talked about how he thought that the level would push on this year, that there would be massive scores, and look at that from Van Gerwen, those huge scores that he's been peppering Smith with.
I think we should make him throw 2 darts instead of 3.
58.
Or the Christmas handicap darts.
What does that entail?
A 3-foot one, a 1-inch one, and one in the middle.
60.
He's to win a turkey.
It's a cracker.
100.
I think we know who he's cheering for.
Well, they're happy.
He's got to polish up the gurning slightly.
Bumped into those
60.
3 people last night. They're looking forward to the day's proceedings here at Arena MK.
98.
Well, he's done 1-2-4 once. See if he can do it again. And that would be 5-0 at the interval.
100. Michael, you require
Well, that would
124.
really be trouble for Michael Smith, even if he misses the ball here, which is unlikely. Well, he's just taken it out in leg 4 and again in leg 5. What a fantastic start by the world number 1, John.
Absolutely stunning. He's averaging more than 115, and he leads Smith by 5 legs to 0. The fans have hardly got into their seats, and they're all on their feet now, cheering another display of brilliance. Michael Van Gerwen leading 5-0, and this was arguably the highlight. His 124 checkout, and he is performing quite brilliantly, averaging over 115. And Russ Bray, the referee, when he came off the stage, he spoke to us and he said that was the most extraordinary 5 legs back-to-back that I have ever called. And that is some recommendation of the way that Michael Van Gerwen is playing.
Well, it absolutely is. Russ, one of the best-known sports voices on TV, had to come off and have a little bit of a gargle to get his tonsils back working, especially those 4 maximums in leg 2.
57.
Is he going to be able to maintain the fantastic standard that he set in the early stages, Van Gerwen?
Well, Michael Smith, let's be fair here, he was averaging just under 100 coming out of that break. 7 ton plus finish, 7 ton plus scores, 3 maximums, and he's getting mullered.
Good word. Michael Van Gerwen averaged 112 when he beat Raymond van Barneveld in last year's final. He's averaging 114 right now, and halfway on the way. And another maximum. That's his third. 6th of the match so far.
Yeah, plus his 112 average last night against Stephen Bunting. So at the moment, in this tournament, Michael van Gerwen has only lost one leg.
He can do this again here. Looking at the bullseye.
Well, that would have been the third 1-2-4. Not quite. Michael Smith isn't doing a lot wrong. The only mistake he's made, in my view, was when he messed that finish up early on and he only ended up one down at the double.
Van Gerwen is not in the mood to miss anything, is he? That's now 6-0.
Yeah, Michael Smith had one dart at the bull, if you remember, in the very first leg for a 130. Well, he's playing pretty well, Michael Smith, he really is. Let's take your hat off to the lad.
He's got a ton-plus average as well. Van Gerwen is just extraordinary in this form.
Well, it's like trying to stop a rhino with a butter knife.
Semi-final place against Phil Taylor. That is the prize here.
125.
Well, we are currently being treated to darts from the gods, and that god is Michael van Gerwen.
134.
The new power of the darts. Well, we will see. I think he's already done enough to show that he's an amazing power.
Michael, you require 90.
Though he didn't win that World Championship, did he? And I think that hurt him.
Yep.
Double 10.
Yep.
71.
Unlucky.
Michael, you require 100.
Now this would hurt big time. This would hurt big time. Not the other smile on the face from Van Gerwen tells you the story. He really wanted that one, didn't he?
He did, big time. Now, number 20, double 10. 5s, can he get in the... Oh, no, it's not there.
Now, that's a result of being hit with everything and not having many darts at the double.
Tops, and he's missed one.
Michael, you require 10.
Now then, just compose yourself. Take this leg and move on. Well, you have to say, from a player's point of view, that was really unlucky because all three were on the top wire. It just didn't go in. You can't believe it.
First one leaning on that wire, you sort of thought that's got to be a good marker, and then he put another one alongside it, and the third one, how did it not go in? And he was punished by Van Gerwen once more. 7-0. Not going to be a whitewash, is it?
Well, you'd hope not. After all those darts at the double there and those misses, his average has dropped to an incredible low 111.
97.
Russ Bray, the referee, almost whispering the 97. Not been too many visits from Van Gerwen which have been sub 3 figures.
Down for 19s.
98.
He's in such a good place, isn't he, Michael van Gerwen? When he's up there, he just loves to perform. He doesn't feel that much pressure, which is half the battle sometimes.
172, no finish.
140.
Brilliant. Great setup.
From Michael Smith's point of view here, he's got to try and avoid a whitewash. I know there's 3 more legs to go, or 2 if he takes this one. But it's so important for Michael Smith here for the remainder of the season to just dig in a little bit here, because he's going to be in positions when he's behind at some point, maybe not by this calibre.
Van Gerwen's checkouts there, illustrated for you. 73%. Smith, 0 out of 9. His tournament average is close to 112, pretty much the same as his match average here.
100.
Once upon a time, they used to say it was a terrific performance if you averaged over 100. Moved it on, haven't they?
Well, I daren't say it. Robert Thornton was 8-0 up yesterday and lost.
Well,
I can't see it happening, but you never know.
You never know. If he does that with regularity, it's not an impossibility. 121. Now, let's see if he can take this one out.
Yeah, let's see a showpiece one, and then he can move on to the next leg. Treble 17 and bull if he wants it. Not to be.
57.
Loads of time, though. Van Gerwen back on 244, and looks as though he's maybe taken his foot off the accelerator just a little bit here. Smith needs to put this away.
Yep. 8 for tops. Tops for Smith. Not to be. He was almost shaking his head before he threw it.
148. That's one of them. He needs another. Look at the anger when he missed the target.
Because he wants to do it in every leg. He really wants to beat up the fellow players.
Double 5, he's in it. 8-1.
The comeback is on.
You called it, Alan. If he winds up winning this match, he'll be saying, I told you so. It's what Chizzy did, isn't it, against Robert Thornton yesterday.
Yeah. He knows he hasn't played badly. He's missed a couple of opportunities, but he'll feel a whole lot better now he's got that one leg on the board. The courtesy bow to the audience.
Had chances in 1 or 2 legs. Not been able to take them, but at last getting over the line. Taking a break at the end of this leg.
He's got a chance here.
He's got a big chance now.
Yeah, the scoring has gone from Michael. MBG, that is.
96.
That's okay, 170 left. Can't leave a finish now.
99. Michael, you require 170.
Well, you'd assume he's going to go for it here. Needs
he's,
another.
He's got to go
now.
for the ball. He's got to go for the ball.
25.
Well,
he went for it.
It wasn't quite as close as we hoped it would be.
145. Michael, you require
45 then. Tops now. He's got it. From 8-0, it now goes to 8-2, and Michael Smith at least is still in the match. Van Gerwen looks just about home and dry, but you never know. Being played out here in Milton Keynes as we move towards the concluding stages of the Unibet Masters, and Michael Van Gerwen, the world #1 and defending champion, leads Michael Smith 8 legs to 2, but Smith has just taken 2 on the spin. The prize is a semi-final place later on against Phil the Power Taylor, who came through a terrific tussle by beating Peter Wright. Can this comeback by Smith continue?
Ladies and gentlemen,
well, he'll certainly feeling it a little bit better than he did 10 or 15 minutes ago. Obviously, it's a tall order and very unlikely. But what he'll be thinking now is, if I can just take another couple of legs maybe and make it look a bit more respectable.
Van Gerwen was quite extraordinary in the early stages, raced away with the first 5 legs, hitting treble 20s for fun and averaging way up towards 120 for much of that time. And there he goes again. That's maximum number 4.
Yeah, incredible stats really. And then first 6 legs, John. 3 maximums, 2-1-2-4 finishes. Michael Smith had 4 maximums, and he was 6-0 down. It was incredible, really. It's very rarely you see a player hitting so many maximums and scoring so highly, being 6-0 down.
He's on 124 yet again.
90.
124. Treble 20. Well, 14 would leave bull. He may go 16s.
Yeah, doesn't have to do the showpiece anymore. Nicely tidied up. Michael Smith through first in this leg, so if he can take this one, he'll be throwing for the match in the next one.
So tops for 9-2. Oh.
Game shot in the 11th leg.
Somebody tweeted you, Alan, saying, is he using lasers?
Well, at times it looks like it is doing, isn't it? Somebody said something like PlayStation darts or something. Incredible.
99.
Just never seems to miss the treble when he gets on that roll.
75% is double checkout ratio. And Smith continues to play well, but he just can't claw back against the brilliance of Van Gerwen.
48.
Well, when Van Gerwen has double stats like that, you always accept that he's going to score very highly.
Brilliant. His sixth maximum.
Yeah, he's not doing a lot wrong. He's made a couple of mistakes, but when you see Van Gerwen hitting the doubles as regularly as he has been doing, his scoring's always going to be there, and that spells trouble.
Phil Taylor awaits. How does Taylor approach the task of trying to beat Van Gerwen? Maybe somehow trying to get him out of this amazing rhythm.
Well, it's one of the players that can do, without a shadow of a doubt.
Double 18. Oh, he's missed it. Now then, this is for the match. 156.
Yeah, kind of lost his focus a little bit there, didn't he? But he'll return for another leg.
46.
Just try and keep your composure, Michael.
18.
Don't be shaking your head.
That's
better.
Kind of staggered across the line, but that's another one pulled back. But Van Gerwen now 9-3 ahead, but that was a win against the throw.
57.
Yeah, he's looking despondent, but the damage was done in the first 6 or 7 legs.
40. 60.
Not quite in the treble.
Well, 140 here would put Van Gerwen sitting pretty.
85.
Last one was a loose one, didn't like that. He still got the advantage. It was deflected away into that 5 off the barrel.
Normally a good marker for Michael. Managed to get the last one in for a 140. Gets himself back in the leg.
Can he get on a finish? He can.
134.
And he's left 142. Oh, that's a bad first one for Michael. Needs a treble. Hasn't done it.
Well, it's looking as though it could be all over here. 6 darts from here if he needs it.
2 treble 17s and tops route.
Tops. And that's it, a 142 checkout. Boom, he says. As well he might. What stunning darts again. 77% checkout rate. He averaged more than 105. Absolutely blitzed Smith in the early stages. There was a mini comeback from the man from St Helens, but the world #1 wins it by 10 legs to 3. Outstanding once again as he tries to defend his title. And next up, it's Phil Taylor in the semis.